Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, hi, my name is Natasha and it's fantastic to have you here. Today we are finally taking a look at the Kali Oracle. This is by Alana Fairchild with artwork by Jimmy Manton. It's published by Blue Angel and retails for $25.95. This thing has been sold out every time I went to go get it, so I do apologize to those who have been requesting it. I finally got my hands on it, so I do suggest if you like what you see in this video that you purchase it sooner rather than later, because I'm sure it will sell out once again. All right, so I will link where you can find it down in the description box below. I'm not sponsored, not affiliated with this particular deck, so just want you guys to find what you are looking for. All right, let's get into it. On the back here, it says, Kali, the wild mother of divine grace, spiritual freedom, and radical transformation, embraces your courageous soul. Kali, the wrathful goddess of supreme spiritual protection, welcomes your tender heart. Kali, the pure and ever watchful, stands against all that obstructs your fulfillment. The ego may fear her, but your true self takes comfort in her ferocious compassion and unyielding wisdom. Dance, revel, and rejoice in the presence of the Great Mother. With the empowering insight of Alana Fairchild and the striking imagery of Jimmy Manton, this unique oracle is an offering of guidance, clarity, and healing that invokes unconditional love, divine blessing, and authentic spiritual unfoldment. Share sacred space with Goddess Kali in her many forms for a direct experience of her alchemical alchemical power. Be held in the glory of her being and behold your destiny, dedicated to your bold and tender heart for the spiritual liberation of all beings. So I did take a look through this already, and oh my gosh, it is stunning. So let's open her up. I just wanted to get a feel for the book, and I ended up looking through the cards as well, and oh my gosh. Okay, so nothing particularly interesting on the inside of the box, but I do have to tell you, this is really gorgeous. I'm loving the gold on that. Okay, so in the book here, they go into depth with each card message, as well as there's an introduction here that talks about all of the different ways Kali can help you through your readings, if that makes sense. There is a couple of spreads in here as well, and then there is this little tidbit here about pronunciation for Sanskrit words, which I find helpful because me and my pronunciation with just regular English words are hard. So it says Sanskrit can look intimidating, but once you get the hang of how to say the longer words, you'll realize it's quite an easy language to pronounce most of the time. The best way I know how to pronounce the Sanskrit terms, such as Samsaratarini, is to go slow and sound out one vowel at a time. Generally, it is a very phonetic language, so this word sounds like Samsaratarini, just as it would as if you sounded out one vowel at a time. Stories in the various traditions from the East reassure us that even if we mispronounce a sacred word, having devotion in the heart is enough to make sure it will have this desired effect. So we do our best, but we don't worry about technicalities to the point that it distracts us from the loving devotion that leads us to want to work with Kali Ma in the first place. She is the power of our mother of the universe. She can overcome a stumble in a mantra without too much difficulty. So that gives me hope for working with this deck. All right, so it is a very thick book. I'm really excited about that. But the artwork, oh my gosh. So here's the back. Really neat. And they're pretty thick cards too, and they are matte, which I love. So there are a few cards in here that are a little intimidating, to say the least, but there are 42 or 44 cards. So we'll go ahead and go through them. Stunning artwork, stunning. They're so bright and vibrant too. This deck is just gorgeous. You see what I mean with a little bit of intimidation here? I really like the border that is the same border that's on the box. The cards feel really buttery and they feel great in the hand. So I am not mad at the $25.95 price tag. I can understand it. As far as beginners go, if you're drawn to the deck, I feel like you will probably have a good enough time learning through it. Oracle decks are generally a little bit easier to learn than tarot. However, sometimes they can be intimidating as well. So what we'll do is we'll go through this deck, we'll shuffle, and then we'll pull a card to see how it's read from the guidebook, to see if you would be comfortable going through that process. If the deck is going to intimidate you, or if you feel like it has enough information for you to work with it. It's just so pretty. I love that. Oh, so neat. I really am enjoying the art style as well. It's like realism meets maybe oil, or I mean, I really don't know what kind of medium it would be, but like this one to me was a little intimidating. There was another one in here too, farther back, and I was just like, oh, all right. But it's just so neat. It's going to be really fun learning about this, about Kali. Love it. I like the dynamic poses, the dynamic backgrounds. It's just, you just get sucked into it. Not all of the cards feel the same. It just feels very powerful and very potent. This was the one. It's a little intimidating. So I'm kind of interested into learning what this card is about. A little scary, just a smidge. I like the duality of this too. All right, so let's see how it shuffles. Yeah, not a problem. They are bigger cards, so it might be a little awkward for people with smaller hands just in the beginning, but it's a size that's relatively universal, so it'll be easy to get the hang of using. All right, so we'll go ahead and read for Bhadra Kali. Put her there. She's number 14, so they are numbered in here, which is fantastic, and I passed it. Okay, there we go. All right, our wild divine mother knows when to become gentle with our hearts, bestowing sweetness that liberates us from fear. Though you may have faced much struggle and challenge on your path, though it may seem only the most powerful intensity could stem the tide of negativity, the Dark Mother of Grace will conquer the obstacles to your freedom with gentleness. She manifests herself now as Bhadra the Gentle. She will calm the waves of emotion, eradicate doubt and despair, and provide safe and graceful passage through all difficulties. Okay, so I do want to read the longer definition here. However, let's see, invocation ritual. There's a prayer. Oh, that's really cool. Okay, so let's see. Let me just read a little bit of this. You can skip over it if this isn't your thing, but I just want you guys to get a feel for the information in the book. So Bhadra Kali, or wish-fulfilling Kali, is an auspicious and gentle form of Kali Ma. She is Kalyani, who gives peace and happiness. She is the giver of windfalls and blessings. She appears when a gentle way will best accomplish what is needed. Sometimes we are drawn to Kali because we need her ferocity. Sometimes what we learn as we connect with her is that we deserve tenderness, sweetness, and gentleness, and that we have been far too hard on ourselves for far too long. Bhadra Kali reminds us that we are strong enough to be gentle with ourselves. If we have been subconsciously sabotaging ourselves, she softly and deftly breaks the pattern. We no longer need to engage in unnecessary drama under a mistaken notion that it is necessary for growth. Sometimes the growth is in choosing to cultivate and apply the kindness, strength, and wisdom needed to disentangle and disengage from drama. It's about finding the inner strength to be true to ourselves in a moderate and peaceful state of being. Rashka Kali, without the protruding tongue so often associated with fiercer forms of Kali, is an expression of Bhadra Kali or gentle Kali. Rakshka Kali has 2 arms, blue skin, and a gentler expression. She is celebrated on the eve of the Buddha full moon in May, which streams an abundant and blissful download of amplified grace to earth. Her presence signifies a time when an unusually powerful cosmic wave of spiritual light is very soon to become available to you. Like a surfer sensing and paddling toward the perfect wave, you can attune yourself to this sublime current of divine energy and allow it to lift and guide and move you. It is a prediction of an imminent, joyful, and significant breakthrough. At this particular time, greater progress than usual is opening up for you. Rashka Kali is worshipped for protection from epidemics and drought. These are literal and symbolic protections. An epidemic is a mass contagion. It can be swiftly spreading disease of the body, but also of the mind. Fearful collective reactions based on societal conditioning and manipulated through the media can spread like wildfire. The collective psyche of humanity is consistently being influenced. There are abundant spiritual sources of goodwill and peace constantly broadcasting divine love to humanity. And there are forces of negativity and mean-spirited disruption seeking to assert their agendas through the human collective too. The Kali wisdom within our hearts recognizes fear fueling energy for what is, no matter if it is dressed up as something else, and knows when and how to say stop. Okay. Oh, and there's more. Okay, so I won't read anymore because this is going to be a lot for you guys. But basically, my opinion of this is that there is a lot to learn about Kali, and there's a lot of information for each card. Also, there's invocation rituals for each card, it looks like here too, which is fantastic. So you can work with her, work with the energy of the card. So that is amazing. For me, I don't know much about Kali in a religious sense. I know of her, but this is something that I'm excited to use to learn more about her. So, I'm going to open it up to you. What do you think about this deck? Is this something that you are excited about? Is this something that you've been waiting for? What do you think? Seeing that I don't know much about her, I feel like I can't really give like a knowledgeable opinion. However, there is a lot of information in this guidebook. So if you are a beginner with Kali like I am, I feel like we can learn a lot just by using the oracle here and the guidebook. But the art is gorgeous. I mean, it's definitely a powerful and dynamic deck here, and I'm excited to get to start working with it. So I am very curious to know what you think, especially those of you who are knowledgeable with Kali. Hopefully I am giving her the respect she deserves with her pronunciation, or with my pronunciation of her. And I mean no disrespect at all. Like I said, my pronunciation with English is horrible enough. But yes, let me know what you think down in the comments section below. Hopefully you enjoyed this deck as much as I did. I feel like it is gorgeous and stunning. And as always, thank you for spending your time with me. I appreciate each and every one of you so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell on your way out of this video. That way you'll never miss an upload from me. All right, everyone, I hope you are staying safe, happy, and healthy, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.